Hey guys, welcome to Esporte Savvy, and today we'll be talking about that cricketer, that legendary batter whom we considered one of the favorite captains the game has ever produced. Yes, we are talking about Dada, and when we talk about Dada, so we will not be talking about his records. The record that he holds is the only cricketer to have four consecutive Man of the Match awards, or the highest score by an Indian in a Champions Trophy final, or the highest score by an Indian male cricketer in a World Cup. So yes, we won't be talking about those records and many other records, but we'll be talking about those batting instances, those were कुछ moments in his career जिसके बारे में ज़्यादा चर्चा नहीं होता है. So yes, let's look at the five batting instances of Dada that is relatively unknown. So let's move on to the five batting instances which is relatively lesser known among the Indian fans. और पहले हम बात करेंगे 2002 की NatWest ट्रॉफी से. 2002 NatWest ट्रॉफी हमको सबको याद है कि युवराज and Kev took India to the finishing line. They saved India from 146 from 5 and took them over to the target of 326. And what a partnership! Yuvraj scored some 69 and Mohammad Kev 87. Mohammad Kev was also the man of the match. But very few people remember that Ganguly was very much instrumental in that chase. जब इंग्लैंड ने 326 का टारगेट सेट किया था तो वैसे ही हालत खराब हुआ था. बट इंडिया जब ग्राउंड पे निकला विद सहवाग एंड गांगुली इन द ओपनिंग एज अ ओपनिंग पार्टनरशिप, यस सहवाग एंड गांगुली, India managed to score a century partnership. 106 runs in less than 15 overs, and in that Sehwag bhai ने ना सिर्फ 39 बनाए थे 40 plus balls. Ganguly was the main destroyer in that partnership. और NatWest Trophy की बात करें 2002 की, Ganguly had a very bad series. In around 6 innings, he was able to score only 89 runs. और पूरे टूर्नामेंट में से 9 4 मारे थे. But वो मैच में Dada scored 60 runs in just 43 balls. He had 10 fours and 1 6. Dada का innings actually gave a impetus to the Indian chase, and because of that, जो आगे विकेट गिरने के बाद भी युवराज and Kev were able to keep up with the run rate because Dada had set the match brilliantly in the first 15 overs. Dada का strike rate था 139. That was the highest strike rate in that entire Indian batting lineup. Also, Dada's innings was so crucial that जब Dada out हो गए 106 के स्कोर पे, India literally collapsed to 146 for 5, and then we lost hope. There was no other batter who supported Dada. Yes, उसके बाद युवराज और खेव का जो मैजिक था सबको पता ही है. But yes, this is one of the lesser known instances about Dada. Let's move on to the second instance, a second lesser known instance about Dada. So जब इंडिया जब टूर करने गई थी ऑस्ट्रेलिया इन द नेक्स्ट ईयर इन 2003, फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच हुआ था ब्रिस्बेन में. अभी वहाँ पे ना हमारा रिकॉर्ड बहुत ही खराब है इन द हिस्ट्री ऑफ क्रिकेट. जब भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाते थे फर्स्ट टेस्ट मैच हम हारते ही थे, एक्सेप्ट फॉर वन टेस्ट मैच विच वाज इन द 80s में जहाँ पे हम ड्रॉ कर लिए थे. और ये 2018 में तो हमने जीता ही था. बट बिफोर दैट वहाँ पे ड्रॉ करना भी बहुत बड़ा बात था. एंड व्हेन वी वेंट टू गावा, इट वाज अ रेन अफेक्टेड मैच और इट वाज फुल ग्रीन पिच. But luckily, Dada won the toss and he put Australia to bat, and Australia scored 323. So by the end of third day, 18 innings हुआ था, 323 was all out, and India went into bat with Akash Chopra and Sehwag, and they scored 11 for 0 by the end of day 3. Next day morning, a good day to bat, and when they came out, वहाँ पे India suddenly lost the plot and went down 62 for 3. And in that 62 for 3, Dravid and Sachin scored 1 and 0 between them. Yes, India was suddenly tatters, and now यहाँ पे लग रहा था कि 2 दिन और बाकी है मैच में और इंडिया यहाँ से मैच हार भी सकती है. So जब ज़्यादा पिच पे आए थे, it was 62 for 3 and बहुत ज़्यादा chances था that we could be bowled out in the first 2 innings, but then Dada had different plans and he stitched a very good partnership with Akash Chopra, but Akash Chopra also fell when the score was 127 and वहाँ पे 4 विकेट हो गए. Then आए लक्ष्मण भाई, और लक्ष्मण भाई के साथ उनका पार्टनरशिप बहुत अच्छा था and वहाँ पे लक्ष्मण also contributed nicely. He scored 75, then he got out, and after that Dada took the score to 329 for 6. 329 का स्कोर पे Dada lost his wicket. From 62 for 3 to 329 for 6, Dada made 144 runs. This is one of the greatest innings that you see in Australia by an Indian left-hander, I would say, in the opening match of a series. This innings where Dada scored 144, he took only 196 balls. Oh, 196 balls where he hit 18 fours. Not the innings that you see on an Australian pitch. Even the Australians were not used to seeing such an innings. It was one of the most attacking innings that Dada played. If not attacking, it was more of very positive innings, and he did not let the team down. Eventually, India was able to score more than 400 plus, and the match ended in a draw. This set the tone of the series. अगर आपको याद है, then after that we had the great added victory by Rahul Dravid. Then we lost the Melbourne test where Sehwag scored 195. और फिर लास्ट टेस्ट में Sehwag saved the series, I would say, उनके जो लास्ट टेस्ट मैच में. But Dada set the tone of the series with this innings. Moving on to the third instance, we move on to the third match for the same series that I just spoke about, and we move on to Melbourne. Melbourne was one of the very different match. यहाँ पे Sehwag managed to score 195 in the first innings, and India scored only 366. किसी ने support ही नहीं किया था. But then came Australia to bat. They batted very aggressively and very positively, and they scored a mammoth 558. और जब वो all out हो गए थे, it was almost end of day 3, and India were put to bat. India had to bat literally only 11 overs, and India were already 19 for 2 in 5 overs. मतलब हमको 11 ओवर खेलने हुआ, and we lost 2 wickets and both the openers in that case. 2 विकेट जाने के बाद सबको पता है सचिन तेंदुलकर always comes to bat. He is a number 4 batter. But उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Dada came in. Why Dada came in? Sachin had a very ordinary series. Not even ordinary, I would say a very below par. If you look at the scores of Sachin, his highest score was 37, and he barely managed to get into double figures just once in 5 innings. And especially in the first innings, he was bowled. He was caught behind by Gilchrist for a golden duck. Dada knew this, that Sachin was under pressure, and he was on a pair, possible pair. So what he did, instead of sending a tail ender, जो आजकल सब लोग करते हैं, मुझे तो पता नहीं है what is the reason for a tail ender. So Dada knew, instead of sending an inexperienced batter at the end of day 3, he would himself go in and play those last 6 overs. And the moment Dada came onto the pitch, he hit a 4 on the very first ball, showing his intent to the Australians. The next day, yes, India continued to bat. Dada had to take an injury break. He was retired in between because he was hit by a bouncer. But still, he managed to score 72 runs, and Dravid also scored 90 plus. So in all, they gave a respectable total, and even Sachin went on to score 44. 44 was छोटा score था, but then this gave him confidence, and it was the highest score in the series. After that, Sachin was rejuvenated, and we all know about Sydney Test, the 241 not out that Sachin played. It was one of the best innings the cricketing fraternity has seen. Innings which is very much disciplined, very composure. And after that, in the second innings, again he was not out. He scored 300 runs in Sydney Test match, and this was all possible because he had that confidence of scoring the 44. अगर सचिन डे 3 के एंड में बैटिंग करने आते थे and he would have lost his wicket, he would have been very low on confidence, and Sydney 241 would maybe not be possible. Talking about the fourth lesser known instance about Dada, we move on एक दो साल आगे. We talk about 2007, but 2007 से पहले आपको पता है क्या था? 2005, 2006, the Sourav Ganguly controversy, and because of the controversy and because of being dropped, वो BCCI का leaked email और multiple injuries के बाद 2006 was a very bad year for Dada. He did not play a single ODI in that year, and he played only 4 test matches. So he was not even the regular part of the ODI as well as the test team. But then we move on to 2007, and 2007 was, I would say, an anomaly in terms of Dada's career. 2007 was the last time Dada played tests and ODIs together in one calendar year, because after that ODIs with retirement ले लिया था, and then he continued only for tests for the next year. But in 2007, when Dada made a comeback, he scored a match-winning 98 in his first match itself. After missing 2 years of international cricket, he was such a form that he managed to score 1,240 runs with 12 50s. That was absolutely sensational. The last time Dada scored 1,000 plus runs in a calendar year in ODIs was way back in 2002, वो NatWest के साल में. लेकिन ये तो सिर्फ एक पार्ट था. Dada managed to score 1,000 runs in tests in 2007. To be precise, he scored 1,106 runs, which included 300s and 450s at an average of over 60. That was absolutely phenomenal, especially when Dada in his entire career had not scored over 1,000 runs in a calendar year in test. The highest, the closest he came was 925 runs, and that too in 2002. वही NatWest वाला साल. 1,240 runs in ODIs, 1,106 runs in Test. Dada scored 2,346 runs in 2007. He was a leading run scorer of that year. Still, he took his retirement in ODI, and he played just one more year of Test cricket and took his retirement test to completed his international retirement. Dada went out of the game being on a high. Moving on to the fifth batting instance, we go 1 year ahead, but actually ये तो पूरा career का बात है, and this is such a lesser known batting instance about Dada that I know that most of his fans also are not aware of this instance. Dada की बैटिंग की रिकॉर्ड की बात करें तो यहाँ पे Dada has scored 22 ODI centuries, and his 22 ODI centuries came in the span of just 6 years. He was very prolific between 1997 to 2003, but हम इसके बारे में बात ही नहीं करेंगे. हम बात करेंगे Dada की टेस्ट सेंचुरीज की. Test centuries, he scored 16 test centuries in his entire career from 1996 to 2008. He scored a century right from his debut series till the last series versus Australia, where India also won that match. Dada scored centuries all over the world, including 5 Sena nations. वहाँ पे South Africa missing, but astonishingly, whenever Dada scores a test century, India has never lost that match. even in overseas conditions where we had a very bad touring record in the 90s and 2000s. This record is so unique that the next person on the list when it comes to Indians is the legendary Gundappa Vishwanath. He scored 14 centuries and amassed 6,000 runs, and India never lost in those 14 centuries. And uske baad the list comes down directly in single digits where Rahane and Gigi scored 9 centuries and India have not lost the match. So Dada's record is kind of going to be unbroken for a long time. When you look at the global list, Dada stands at 6th. Yeah, we would say 6th both niche hai. And Graham Smith is on number 20 with 22 centuries. He's on top, but Graham Smith also had one of the best South African teams under his captaincy. But Dada is still there on 6th. And in 16 wins for Dada, he has got 4 wins and 12 draws. Now, यहाँ पे लोग तो बोलेंगे भाई those were not very match-winning ones, but I would definitely say they were very match-saving ones. So these are the 5 batting instances about Dada. I would say are very lesser known, very underappreciated and not talked about, especially the night watchman man where he actually sacrificed himself and he went above Sachin Tendulkar. And talk about test centuries. So it is a very great thing because we lose our overseas tests quite often, especially in the 2010s. So there are certain records about Dada that is not much appreciated. If you feel that I have missed out on something else, underappreciated record or statistic about Sourav Ganguly, please let me know in the comment section. I hope you like this compilation about Sourav Ganguly. If you have not liked, then please let me know what was wrong in it. If there is any stat that I have misquoted, if everything is right and you still like it, then please hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Till then, also keep sharing this video with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be out soon with another video, another statistical video on maybe on cricket or any other sport. Just keep watching Esporte Savvy. Let's all be sports savvy.